Do YouTube, it's your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10, and what I got for you today is some more NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Now, more specifically, what I happen to have for you today happens to be the best Ja Morant build you will find on YouTube. Because trust me, this thing is spectacular. It does manage to come with pro, elite, and small contact dunks, as well as getting Hall of Fame aerial wizard. It does have a little bit of a shooting touch. Playmaking wise, this thing is insane, and then it comes with some great physicals, and just like Ja Morant, it is a liability on defense. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, which if you do, don't forget to do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to drop a comment, tell me what you think about the build. Also, share the video because it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button as well as turning post notifications on. Big like target for this video is 50 likes. Let's at least try and get that. Now, as most of you know, Ja Morant is the starting point guard, right-handed, jersey number 12 for the Memphis Grizzlies. Height-wise, he does come in at 6'3" with about a 174-pound frame, which makes a lot of sense when you really do see him. And I believe his wingspan was somewhere around 6'7", 6'6", but we decided to move it all the way up to 6'9", mainly because Samuel, that unpaid intern, really wanted to get gold posterized on this build. Me personally, I wouldn't have gone for it because you know me, I believe things like elite contact dunks, stuff like that really burns points, so even gold posterizer is something out of my package. Now, body shape wise, it doesn't really matter what you go with. I'd personally go with compact because it really does match him in his frame, but hey, you can elect to go with what you want. Now, first things first, let's get the physicals out the way because I usually like to. We decided to go with an 87 when it came to the speed, 87 when it came to the excel. When it came to the strength, went with a 39. That's mainly because Ja's not one of the strongest dudes out here, but he happens to be one of the fastest and the most vertically, like he has some of the best vertical ability we've seen at the guard position. So we also went with an 86 on the vertical. And then when it came to the stamina, it gave you an 87. Now the key thing here was when making a Ja Morant build, you want to make a freak of nature athlete. Because for his size, he's technically a freak of nature athlete. So we gave him the 87 speed, 87 excel, 87 stamina, and the 86 vert and 39 strength, so that he has the ability of getting this right here, which happens to be firstly a 93 driving dunk, which allows you to get Hall of Fame, gold posterizer, Hall of Fame aerial wizard, and you can easily see you get gold limitless takeoff, slithery finisher, giant slayer, pro touch, and that's even before we mess with the driving layup. Plus packaged with the 86 vertical that allows you to get small contact dunks, pro contact dunks, elite contact dunks. I mean, you're just getting contact dunks out of everywhere. Now, driving layup wise, to match this, decided to go with an 88 because his ability to finish at the cup is something spectacular. I've seen him do some acrobatic layups and passes out of layups that I've thought to myself, wow, that boy is something special. And then obviously on the close shot, gotta go with an 85, mainly because you know me, we're chasing badge points at this point. Plus it allows us to get gold fast twitch. Now the funniest thing about this is I made a point guard build where I barely have any standing dunk, but somehow I'm pulling off standing dunks just off one step. So I'm not gonna say too much about the standing dunk attribute, but I think there's a little bug there, but hey, it is what it is. Now obviously the way that this is set up with the 23 finishing badges, you do have the capabilities of coring one of the tier 3 badges. Plus when you manage to get that +4 on the attributes, you can easily slap one on finishing and then you can core, then you can buy both badges as well as spreading the other 10 points between aerial wizard, giant slayer, and a little bit of pro touch. Now I'm gonna move over to let me not say one of Ja's weakest capability, which is defense. We decided to go with a 74 when it came to the perimeter defense because again, this man is not one of the best perimeter defenders out there. When it came to steal, as I usually do, give him a 78 because as I always say about NBA athletes, they might not pick your pocket like great players, but if you throw a weak pass in the passing lane, they do know how to jump it. And then obviously on the block, decided to go to 65, as well as a 69 when it came to the offensive rebound and a 77 when it came to the defensive. Interior defense adjusted itself. Now the main reason that I went with these high rebounding stats is because if you see what I did with the other attributes to really get the shades of Ja Morant, I needed to basically max out the rebounding because if I had to put the points anywhere else, this build would not have been anything close to Ja. But as you can see, this does allow us to finish with 18 total defensive badge points. Weakest thing here is it doesn't really matter because coring the really high ones, all you needed was 6. So you can really just, if I was you, I'd go Hall of Fame off-ball pest, because more likely than not you'll be getting hidden by a team on defense. Silver ankle braces, silver chase down artist, because this would be something special, especially with the vertical you have on this build. And then of course silver interceptor as a core, and then probably slap on bronze challenger. Now actually let's go through another weakness, shooting. Now, a lot of you are going to tell me he's one of the greatest shooters out there, but me personally speaking, this man is so on and off that it's kind of amazing. He has some games where he's really on and he's knocking out that jumper to a point where you're like, wow, Ja can actually kind of shoot. And then he has some games where he's really just hitting the side of the backboard. Now, on the mid-range jump shot, I decided to give him a little bit of respect with an 84 midi, which does allow you to get Hall of Fame comeback hit, clutch shooter, midi magician, slippery off ball, volume shooter, as well as space creator. And then when it came to the 3-ball, I decided to go with a 72 because, as I said, he has those on and off days, and with the 72 he gets at least silver catch and shoot, claymores, and corner specialist. And then when it came to the free throw, gotta give you a little bit of a 74 because I will not lie, I've been missing free throws in my career, but that's because I'm playing on Hall of Fame. Speaking of which, do me a favor, go and leave it down below in the comments. What difficulty do you currently play my career on? Because I'm about to lower the difficulty on my point guard build. Because, man, I'm sick and tired of the BS I'm receiving. But yeah, that allows us to finish with a total of 18 total shooting badge points. As you can guess, you can easily core blinders, and then you can spend the rest of the 18 evenly spread out between tier 1 and tier 2, giving you some great enough shooting badges whereby, even though the attributes are low, you still will be able to knock down a bunch of your jump shots. Now, playmaking, this is where things decided to get a little bit, on the better side. Ball handle 86, speed with ball all the way up to an 87, and then pass accuracy all the way up to an 81. Technically, it should be an 81. I'm guessing I messed with something the wrong way. But hold up, let me look at this real quick. Yeah, that's correct, that's correct. Feel like I did something wrong right here. 74, 78, 65, 69, 77. Hey, you know what? Maybe 2K is just on me. Oh, I know what it is. It's the vertical. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, pass accuracy all the way up to an 81. As you can see, this does allow us to finish with 24 total playmaking badge points. Now, obviously, I would core mismatch expert and then buy killer combos, or do it the vice versa the other way. Then with the amount of playmaking badges you do have, once you spread the 10 between tier 1 and tier 2, you can also afford to go get clamp breaker. And wait, could you? Man, if you managed to slap 3 of them points on here, nah, you still couldn't do it, but hey, you could easily buy yourself clamp breaker or handles for days. It's up to your personal preference. Now, as you can see, that does allow us to finish with 23 finishing, 18 shooting, 24 playmaking, and 18 total defensive badge points, giving us a grand total of 83 total badge points on this here Ja Morant build, which I personally find to be quite a bit. Now, when it comes to primary takeover, first thing I'm going with, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm going for finishing moves, because as I said, I really do remember the picture of this man really trying to posterize Rudy Gobert. At that point, I said, yo, you know what you gotta respect? He's reckless as shit. And then for the second takeover, I'd go with easy blow-bys. Actually, you know what? First takeover, easy blow-bys. Second takeover, finishing moves, because you want it to be that your primary takeover allows you to get by people. Then with the gold posterizer as well as the high dunk rating, you should be able to get a bunch of contacts on people. But just in case you can't, secondary takeover is finishing moves so that you can really absorb and finish through contact. Now, what 2K says we have happened to build here, or at least the players who say we got the shades of, are World Be Free, De'Aaron Fox, Ja Morant. I respect it. De'Aaron Fox and Ja Morant kind of play the same, so you do gotta kind of respect it. The only difference is De'Aaron is faster going laterally, Ja Morant's more talented going vertically. Now, what 2K says we have happened to build here happens to be an inside the arc shot creator. Irony, this is what happens when you give it a low 3-ball. But hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, which if you did, don't forget to do me a favor, go and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, drop a comment down below, tell me what you think about the builds, because I will be down there responding to a bunch of you. But yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.